Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and on this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can make the most adorable little dough bowl stuffies, a variety of different ways. And I'm not going to explain how to do these right this second, but I will look for the video when we made these little ticking striped covered, these I think were ping pong balls, if I remember right. So this is where we're going to be headed. Look how cute that is. And I have been preparing all morning so I would be ready to go. So this project starts with the May 2023 Craft Club box. Okay, in the May Craft Club box, they give you a catalog, a project sheet, 10 of these little painted red and blue flags, some fabric to tear, some white chalk paste, and a tie-dye squeegee. It's an adorable kit. We're probably going to actually do this project tomorrow, but I have been playing, and look how cute they turned out. I didn't do them all because I want to do some of them with you guys. So anyways, that is where it started, and it came with this one-piece stencil that I cut apart that has stars and stripes. This is the most versatile stencil that has ever come in a Craft Club box. There's so much you can do with it. Anytime you want stars, you've got them. Anytime you want stripes, you've got them. And if you run them, sort of diagonal, you could make a candy cane. This could be stripes for Christmas. Tons of different things. Okay, so let me move this out of my way, and we'll do this project tomorrow. And if you are, if you have not joined my craft club yet, why the heck not? No, seriously, it's $22.95 a month plus tax, whatever your state tax is, and shipping. And you get everything for a full project, even like the doodads. Oh, and there's jute also. I don't know where I put it. A squeegee, your surface, a stencil. It's a great deal. So let me know if you haven't joined yet and you want information. All right. So all morning long I have been playing. And I'll show you what I have. Okay, this is canvas duck. And I bought this actually when I was in Boise, Idaho, taking care of my mom so my sister could have a little much needed vacation. This is the thickest, stiffest cotton duck that I've ever found. I bought it at Craft Warehouse. I don't know what the weight is, or I don't know any of that. I just know that I really like it. So if you're gonna look for canvas duck, you want to look for the thickest and heaviest weight and stiffest canvas duck you can find. If it's really thin, you can still use it, but it's not going to turn out as great. Okay, so this morning I did a couple of things. I started painting pieces of my canvas duck, and these are the colors I used. Oh, there's one more. Let me grab it. I ran out halfway, and I can't remember. They're so similar. This one is Waverly chalk acrylic paint from Walmart. This one is called Crimson. And this one's Crimson right here. And this one is called Laquer, L-A-Q-U-E-R, which is a French word, which I think is something to do with lipstick. So I used these two, and they look almost identical. And then for the blue, I used Ocean. So I just painted my pieces with one coat. let them dry. And I have one right here that is dry and pretty much all ready to go. And then I'll show you this other style too. So I have lots of red, where did I put my stencils? I buried them in here somewhere. I have made lots of red stripes, so I'm going to make red and white stars. And I'm using ink for this project, but because it's fabric, but I suppose you could use chalk paste if you wanted. The only thing is that if it gets handled very much, some of the chalk paste might rub off. I don't think it would be significant, so use whichever you prefer, but I'm using ink. They have a white lid. And I just put my stencil on here. I did not fuzz it because I've used this one stencil about 10 times already today. And I'm not even kidding. I'll show you all this other stuff. So I'm just going to open up my chalk paste and use a small cut apart squeegee. And I'm just, can you see that? I'm just pushing it through the holes on my stencil. It is possible to do more than one piece or more than one project with the same stencil without washing it in between, but the trick for that is that you've got to make sure that you get every single bit of excess ink or chalk paste off your stencil before you lift it up and then try to lay it down on a different area. So at some point in the future, I'll do some projects and show you how to do that. But you can do it. And da-da-da! So let me throw this over here in my tub of water. It will take, this will probably take 2 hours to dry, at least. And then it'll be craftable. So let me throw it over here and I'll show you the other style. So just to review, that red piece I just painted, I can't remember if it was crimson or lacquer. You can use whatever red paint you want to paint the fabric. And then you need either white chalk paste or white ink. Do not use any kind of paint on your stencils unless you only want to be able to use your stencils maybe 2 times, because paint dries quickly in the holes of your stencil and it will clog all that little detail and it's permanent. And I know a lot of people are confused about the difference between chalk paint and chalk paste. They're not the same thing. They just both have chalk in them. So don't confuse that and use chalk paint on your stencils. You'll be sorry. Okay, so these were the pieces that I created. And this one, I was going for a distressed flag look. And so do I have enough fabric right here? Let's see if I can possibly do it right here. So I can show you how to get that effect. And then we'll look at the other stuff. Okay, so if you're looking to get kind of a distressed look, like either one of these, like a distressed flag, I love the look of those, you're just not going to solidly fill your stencil. Just press it down really good. Okay, then I'll show you. So you choose which side is your top that's going to be more solid. And I'm going to choose this end right here. Let me scooch my tripod back a little bit so you have some more room to see what I'm doing. Okay, I think that's better. So I'm going to put a good solid amount of chalk paste on my stencil up here at the top, and then I'm going to go down a little. So can you see how it's starting to kind of knot? I'm not pushing it through every hole in the stencil. So then you just take smaller amounts and you're just going to kind of drag it. And you'll be able to see how much is on the fabric. And you can just keep going until you get the look that you want. So let's go a little bit further, and then and you can peek along the way to see how it's turning out. I bet you that most people didn't know that you can do that with stencils, that you don't have to use the whole entire bit of it, that you can drag it and make it look distressed. Okay, so here it is. Can you see I didn't fill every single bit? And let's just take a little peek. And it looks great. So if I decided that was too light, I could just come back and do a little bit more. Let me throw this in my tub of water over here, and I will show you what I'm talking about. Okay, especially when you are using ink, you want to get your stencils washed out as quickly as possible. If you're live, like me right now, then have a tub of water nearby that you can just throw them in face down so they can soak until you can get into wherever you're washing them out, your kitchen, your laundry room, and you can spray them and wash them out. That is what I definitely recommend. Okay, so that is how you get that kind of distressed look. And I'm going to set this aside since it's wet, and I'll use different pieces today. Okay. So alternatively, if you don't want to paint your canvas before you stencil in white, you can stencil on your canvas with either red ink or blue ink or both. And all of these products are from magnoliadiy.com, in case you're wondering. So I just did the same thing. I put my stencils on. And I used red and blue ink, and this is what I got. This one is that distressed look again. I really like that. I didn't distress the stars. They're at the top of the flag, and they don't usually get distressed. So we're going to make some stars and hearts. And let me grab my ruler because I know somebody's going to ask me. So what I did, this is how I make patterns. I take a piece of computer paper and I fold it in half, and then I draw whatever shape I want. And I folded it in half for a reason. That way it will be symmetrical. Can you see how easy that is? So I don't have patterns that I can share, really, because they're just computer paper. I don't know how to do that. Technology is not my best friend. But anyways, so this heart here that we're going to be using, what do you guys think so far? I just think, okay, it's about 4 inches wide. And then let's go from the center point down. It's about 4.5. And I don't know how to measure this. I can't remember which is the top. Oh, here's the top. But it's roughly the same size. I also made a star. Look how terrible that shape is. But it worked just fine. It was smaller. Okay, so I just used ink on this plain canvas. I didn't paint it first. And Susie says she really thinks the distressed look is cool. I do too. I don't know that you could create that on a solid, like a wood surface, but I'm going to be trying because look how great. Look how great it looks. This is where we're going. Okay, so let's do another heart because the stars are more difficult to cut out. They really are. Okay, so I've got, what color do I want? Let's do this right here. So I'm just going to pin my pattern on my piece of canvas. And then I will just carefully, you can trim it after if it's jaggedy or something. This project for today was very labor intensive to get ready because I don't want you guys to have to sit and wait while I'm waiting for something to dry. You know what I mean? So I had to do all my painting. I washed those darn stencils out about 10 times. But I love making fabric with stencils and ink and canvas stuck. And I love making stuffies. And I love making dough bowls. All my dough bowls, and I have a bunch, they're all currently in use. And I don't want to take them apart. So I just grabbed an old Laquer basket. That works, right? I think it does. And I just have twine balls, and these were some of those little orb things that are wrapped in rope from Dollar Tree. And I will show you these in just a minute. So, and if you feel like I'm going too fast, you can come back when I'm done and watch the whole thing on replay. And if you don't have the craft club yet, you should seriously get it because it's awesome. Okay, so let me set this right here. Now I need a back. And this canvas, honestly, is so thick and stiff that it didn't work out for me to cut, you know, a front and a back at the same time, which I usually do to save time. It's hard to even get a pin into this canvas. It's so thick. I'm gonna free it from the pile here. And then I'm just gonna cut the back. You could stencil the back as well if you want, but I don't think anybody's really gonna even see it. I have so many ideas for these May Craft Club stencils. We're gonna do t-shirt sleeves for sure. One will be on a white t-shirt with red stripes and blue and white stars. We're gonna probably do flowers, stuffy flowers. I'm gonna make the banner from the kit. I can see that I will be using this set of stencils that came in the May Craft Club, and you can't get it anywhere else, I'm sorry to say. That's one of the perks about being in the club, is it's an exclusive stencil every month. But I know I'll be using it for years to come. Okay, so I have a front and a back. And before I came live, I did this one too. So let's assemble them and then we'll do something cute. And I am using this pillow fluff from an extra firm pillow from Walmart. They did have doll polyfill, the stuffing that is great for dolls, when I was just there this morning. So I bought some, but I'm going to use this up first before I get into that. Any kind of polyfill. If you don't have any polyfill, but you have an old pillow, cut it open. Really. And use that. Okay. Okay, so let's do this one first. And I'm not going to do the whole entire thing because we need to have a way to get into it. I like to just leave an opening on this side. That I think is the best. Okay, and I am using my low temperature hot gluing device today, which is good because look, I've got it all over my fingers. Okay, so once you get your hot glue on there, you want to pinch it all shut. And I'm going to trim it because I did not do a good job cutting it. And I just don't want that back to show on the front. So tell me in the comments who is a member of my craft club and have you enjoyed it? Would you recommend it? I would for sure. I think tomorrow we'll probably assemble, we'll do my whole May Craft Club together, and then I will go through my basket of goodies to show you all the awesome things that we have created using the Craft Club stuff over the last year. Okay, I want some of this red. Stripe. Because I want to do a little pocket. So. So cute. Oh my goodness. This fabric right here, I'm calling it fabric, this design is crimson or lacquer, either one of those reds work, painted on this canvas, and then I used white ink. This fabric is the blue, which is called Ocean, painted on the fabric, and then I stenciled in white ink. So that is how those came together. Okay, and let's put our little pouch on before we start fluffing and filling this baby. I left the top open like this one so I could poke a few little flower stems or something else in there if I wanted. And this morning, while I was not sleeping at like 4 a.m., I ordered on Amazon a big jar of blue buttons and a big jar of red buttons because we're going to do some button patriotic crafts. But I would use a blue button on this one. It would be so cute. And you can fill your little stuffies however full you like. It's totally personal preference. Okay, let's poke it all in and make a little sandwich. Sometimes you're going to have a little bit of your stuffing that's going to want to poke out. You can just take that right off. So look how absolutely adorable these are. Are these not the cutest thing ever? Ever, ever? I don't know if my comments are working or not. I think they're super cute. I will find some cute little bits of flowers and jazz this one up off camera. Okay, let's do this one now. This was the plain canvas that I just stenciled in ink. This was the red, and this was the kind of distressed look. I'm gonna leave this side open. We should do a whole class on creating this distressed look. Would you guys like to do that? Because I did learn some stuff trying to get that to happen that I could share with you guys. Okay, I'm going to leave this side open, so I'm going to keep gluing. And I don't think you can see the back as well as you can on the painted one, so I'm not going to fuss with that. But let's get something. Let's get a piece of this to put on the front, another little pocket. We can just grab some from this spot right here. When I am finished with my projects, I will tuck that fabric away and I can use it on another something, you know, another time. Cutting an actual square is kind of hard. Okay, that does not look square. I'm just going to put it right here, and then we'll stuff it. So what do you guys think about the t-shirt sleeve idea? Do you like that? Okay, let's stuff. I'm going to turn on the fan in here. I hope that doesn't bother anyone. I am either having a hot flash, which is likely, or it's just warm. It's like 80 degrees in Georgia today. My husband turned on the air conditioning in the house, and he explained why. Because I am always freezing, generally, and he is always too hot. He was like, it's 80 degrees out, and the house is like 76, which is way too hot for him, but would be perfect for me. Okay, so now I'm going to just glue it closed. And then I'm going to go turn on my fan. You could use all kinds of ribbons to embellish your projects. Here's some more. These came from Walmart today. You could use buttons. You could put some little flowers or something else right in there. Just a thought for the crafters. Okay, I will read Holly's comment when I'm done because it's not showing the full thing on the page. So here is what I have made so far, and I still have a ton of all that fabric left. So let's just do hearts for this one. And like I said, I made my dough bowl. I'm calling it a dough bowl with an old basket, an old Longaberger basket. And I'm just going to poke I don't love these rattan balls that I have in here, but they are what I had on hand, so they're what I'm using for the moment. It needs to be further forward. Do you like it? Okay, so I want to show you these little balls. And I'm going to look for that video because I either did it last summer or the summer before. I don't remember for sure. My crafts can kind of start to all blend in together. But I used, this was a styrofoam ball, and I think the little ones were, if you can even believe it, ping pong balls. And then I just took some of my ticking fabric and tore it in strips. Here's the blue one. And you're just going to start in one spot and go around and then cut it off and do another space, another. This is very glue intensive, but I think they're pretty darn cute and they came together really quick. So when I pulled up my tub of 4th of July projects from the last 4 or 5 years. So we'll do that maybe on Friday. Anyways, that's what I wanted to show you. I hope that, that you felt like this was a good project. I did. And that you learned something. And if you don't have Craft Club yet, you seriously should get it. It's every month, it's something completely different. And when I actually do the project with you guys, it's sitting over here. I'll show you my basket that has all the past Craft Clubs in it. And you're gonna see every month it's something totally different. It's a whole entire project in a box. With the surface, the stencil, which they're reusable, and I'm obviously going to use the heck out of these stripes and stars. It will have the medium, whether it's chalk paste or ink. It'll have a squeegee. It'll have instructions. There's also a video. So it's not an advanced project. So this is a great way to try stenciling, and it's $22.95 plus tax and shipping. And the company does ask that you commit to getting it for at least 3 months. And then if you hate it, you can leave, which I don't think is going to be the case. So, anyways, well, thanks for joining me. Be looking for pictures. Be looking for more stuff that I'm going to do with this fabric that I created. Yeah, be looking for more projects. If you're looking to purchase canvas duck fabric, my suggestion is to get the thickest, heaviest weight you can. It's just so much nicer to work with, especially if you're doing like big door hangers, which we'll do some of that this summer too. Last summer we made the most adorable sunflower door hangers. I made 2 of them. Oh my gosh, they were so cute. And they were big. So we'll do something different. I was kind of thinking about a watermelon, possibly. Anyways, do with this. If you liked this video, say something to me in the comments. Check to see if you'd like to follow DIY Dreaming, and sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle if you feel like it. That really helps me, helps my page get some traction in the whole algorithm world, which is super confusing, but that does help, and I would appreciate it. And anyways, they are adorable, aren't they, Liz? Oh my gosh. I'll doll these two up. So where I got these flowers right here was from this little flower arrangement that I have back here. I just stole a couple of pieces because I didn't have a chance to get into my box of faux florals. Thank you. And I'm imagining t-shirt sleeves. We're going to do a flower, a rustic kind of a stuffy flower. We'll do the actual project for sure. And I'm thinking you can use those stars any time of the year. You can use the stripes any time of the year. They aren't just 4th of July, Memorial Day kind of things. If you use blue and red, then you'll get that feel. But you can use them for a ton of other projects. Oh, Linda says she likes my outfit. I did get in my closet and I picked out my shorts, it's hard to see, that are blue and they have red and white embroidery on them. I was looking for something patriotic to wear today. Alrighty, you guys have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll be posting pictures, I'll be answering questions, I'll be getting links out there. I'm going to look for this video in about a half an hour and try to repost that too. Okay, bye. Thanks for joining me.